This is how not to buy a welding cart. A year ago, my boat trailer had some severe cracks in it, so I bought a welder to fix the cracks and to do other things around the house. I searched eBay, Amazon, a couple other places to see what I could find, and I found this style. Don't have to really pay attention to the name, but this is a 4-drawer, welding cart. The price was good. The seller was great. Good shipping, good price, free shipping. It's not the seller, it's the manufacturer of this cart. Every different seller on eBay is selling the same exact cart. The only real differences that I saw were the wheels were different colors, but they're the same carts. This is what comes with it. This is it. And then right here, the most important part, read that. Blah, 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 blah. Well, this is the only thing that comes with it. There's a exploded view, so you can figure out how to put it together. That's it. So, this is the only thing to read. Reading this is the thing to read. So, anyway. This is the cart. After hours and hours of assembly. Not that assembly was hard, but the fact that nothing on this is built to spec. Every panel, that is very important, is an inch out, either too wide or too small, from the last panel that it's bolting into. So, when I was starting to assemble it, the first thing I noticed down here was this was all bent in because I screwed down the other side and this was smaller than this. So that's when I started running into problems. Then I started putting the side pieces on for the drawers. Then I noticed the drawers were more than an inch smaller than the opening. This top piece that I have going over, this piece bends over and then the bottom piece slides into it, can only be put on upside down. How do I know it's upside down? Let's see if I can get the light in here to show you. See this little tab right here? This belongs over here underneath here because that's what this drawer locks into, because it has a lockable drawer. This I've tried to modify, hoping it could tap into that, but it doesn't. I'd have to make this piece a little longer and tighten it down. You can see how it's not doing anything at all. But even on the eBay auctions, this is visible just like this, because it's the only way you can assemble these where it looks, reasonable. What I ended up doing, I bought some threaded rod and a whole crap load of washers. I think it's 50. I don't know, maybe a box of 100 washers. 5 washers everywhere. That's the difference. To take up all the space. Down here, I bought nuts and washers and the threaded rod and made my own bolts to be the size I needed it to be, just so everything would fit. I first started with one complete rod across, but then I realized I don't need to do that. Even in the back here, that's 3. 5 in the front, 3 in the back. The chain is almost a joke. Doesn't hold tight at all. Once you get something in there tight, then it just turns and falls out. But I told myself once I got it assembled, that's all that would really matter. It took many hours of figuring out, how many washers, how much space do I need. Even the drawers on the rails, my first attempt to fix it, I have 2 little washers in there on each bolt on all the drawers. And you can see also that the drawers don't sit straight. They're almost flush on this side, but they stick out almost a ½ inch on that side. And there's no fix on that because what they're attached to is welded in place, and basically just welded into the wrong place. There's only a little bit of adjustment, but this is as far back that they go. So, if you're going to buy a welding cart, I wouldn't buy this kind. Oh, the very, very first thing I ran into that was giving me an idea that there'd be a problem. I assembled the tires, and there's supposed to be a washer on each end before the cotter pin. And the holes, or the rod is so short that the holes are too narrow. I don't even have enough room to put one washer on the entire assembly. I can only put the cotter pins. After using this for a little while, I noticed something else. This is just a preference thing. Is the front tires are hard plastic. And they're loud, and they have a hard time rolling over small pebbles and stuff that are in the garage. I'm thinking about replacing some of those from maybe Harbor Freight. They just bolt on, just like everything else in this whole place. Just bolts on. So stay away from this, because it's just going to give you problems. It's just a big pain in the butt. Almost every screw in here I had to build myself, because everything is just so bent, so wrong. It's just awful. Got a place for my helmet. I got 4 drawers. That's really all I wanted. Like I said, once I assembled it, I don't care. It's done. I just may replace the tires on the bottom, just so they can roll over. The back tires are rubber. The front tires are hard plastic, and it's just crappy. This was $75 from I don't know who on eBay with free shipping, but it almost wasn't worth the hassle. So, this is Remote Camper. Thanks for watching.